What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Limitsbreak, and today we finally get to do another tier list. It feels like it's been forever since we've done a tier list, and that's probably because we're only doing them for English now. That's subject to change, but of course that means that it's maybe once every 2 to 3 months, it seems. Either way, we've got Journey Together here today, but before we get started, real quick, the Voltex binder for Journey Together, the limited edition, has just released. So if you need a binder for your new set, go to voltex.com and use code NovaBreakX. Links are down in the description below. So we have the Limitsbreak is the very first card, and you'll see I already have it in the Sure section here, and that's because my recording actually crashed and failed after I did the first card. Luckily, I wasn't over, halfway through the list already. Journey Together seems to be a much smaller set than what I was expecting, so I feel like this tier list shouldn't take very long. But that being said, the Limitsbreak, which all these cards are in Japanese still, technically, I think that's the card's name. I'm sorry if I don't have your waifu Lily high up in my tier list, okay? I respect the trainer, I respect the cards. It's a sure for me, but let's go ahead and move forward to the next one, seeing as that one's already kind of spoiled. Next up, we have Swinub, which is this little feller right here. And I gotta say that I like the card. I don't love the card, mostly because I don't really love Swinub. It's the card itself is nice, the Pokemon is okay. So for me, I respect it though, so the artwork is kind of saving it here. I'll let it go into sure as well. For our next card, we have Noibat. And Noibat, I never considered myself like some kind of Noibat fan of any sort. Never really cared too much. But there's something about the colors of the cave here that the Noibat is kind of just hanging out in that I really feel it. I like it. I like it, and you know what? I think it's a yes for me. I think it's a yes. Now this next card is the Volcanion Full Art, and I gotta tell you, there's some pretty okay full arts in this set, and Volcanion's not one of them. Run-of-the-mill full art, really nothing special. I'm not gonna say no, but it's like for me. It's a that's the best I could do. Now, speaking of full arts, a full art is actually pretty decent. I do like the Iono's Bellabolt full art card. It has a nice color range to it. You got that Ghost of Christmas Past in the back right there. Kind of like, you can do it, Bellabolt kind of thing going on here. Like, it's almost like an anime trope. I like it though. I think I want to say they're actually pretty good. I could respect these enough to put them up with some of the IRs. Now, Lily's Clefairy, I do like the color scheme here. I do like the color scheme, although I'm not. Clefairy, Lily. You're gonna probably hate me for this, but I want to say it's okay. I like Iono better. Iono. I don't know. Now this guy's an immediate, even though I do kind of like the color scheme here that's going on, the swirl of fire almost, but I don't even remember the Pokemon's name, if I'm being honest with you. Piloswine, Mamoswine? Maybe Mamoswine. Now, In's Zoroark full art is definitely in the sure category for me. Good color scheme, just it's not Lily, it's not a waifu, and it's far away from all of you. I don't want to call you weirdos. I don't think I want to call you weirdos. But some of you are glazing Lily just a little too hard. You might need to just, I don't know. Let's just move forward. Salaman's full art. I kind of like it. This is one of those basic full arts that I actually just kind of like, because that lightning in the background with the red that, coordinates with the wings. I say it's actually pretty okay. I'm not going to put it up here with the trainer, Pokemon full arts, because I don't feel like that would make sense. but I do like it. And if it mattered the position that they're in, which it usually doesn't, I would put the Salamence at the top of okay so far. Now, the Dunsparce, you know, the bubbles in the background, blue or whatever that is, I mean, that is kind of cool, but the Pokemon is just fucking stupid, okay? It's a no from me. I'm sorry. I know there's somebody in my community who's gonna watch this right now and be just livid that I did that. I don't know this trainer's name. I really don't know this trainer's name, if I'm being quite honest with you. But actually, pretty cool looking design. I respect it. I can put it in okay. It's a full art trainer, right? This guy, he looks like, I mean, take off the hat and I'd call him Edgar. You know, like what do you want from me? I don't know what you want. I respect the design. I'll say this probably a million times in the video. I respect the design, and I like that they're, you know, making interesting, different kinds of characters. However, it's just not that cool to me. Now, Brock is an OG. You know, I gotta be a little partial here. I respect Brock's OG-ness. However, and I do respect the background of the card itself. Like it's pretty nice. So I can put Brock into okay. You know, I don't love it. I would have loved to seen like Brock's Onyx or Brock's Geodude or, you know, something of that nature, rather than, you know, just the same trainers that kind of, well, Iono is new, but you know, the big trainers that they know get a lot of love. So I feel like Brock would easily be there, but I still think he has a chance of showing up in Destined Rivals. Okay, look, let me reiterate, if Brock is here as a full art, he probably will have a trainer's Pokemon sometime this year. That's my honest opinion. Now, for our first SIR, we have Volcanion. And while I don't really care too much about the Pokemon itself, that background is something else for sure. It's pretty clean. I think I could put it in yes. I'll put it in front of the Noibat just in case anyone's just like, how do you put a regular IR in front of an SIR? It's yes. It's a yes for me. Oh yeah, by the way, tier list, yes, sure, okay, no, and Slay Queen, those are all the themes for today, seeing as, you know, we got Ionos and Lilies. I was feeling a little fruity on that. Okay, Lilies, Clefairy, or is that Clefable at this point? I think it's I don't know. No, it's not Clefable. It's Lily's Clefairy. Sorry. Lily's Clefairy, I mean, as far as SIRs go, it's a definitive improvement over the full arts, all the full arts, for example. It'll go into yes. I'm not in love with it, but I will put it into yes. It's going to be at the bottom of yes for me, though. So in Zoroark, I'm actually not particularly wowed with this card. If I'm being quite honest, I like the Journey Together cards, but am I super enamored with it as, you know, the market would show it to be? I am not amongst that crowd that is just like, I've got to have it. Not me in particular, but there are some cards that are worth it, and I will elaborate more on that momentarily. But relative to all the cards in the conversation, you know, I think it's in the yes category for me. I'm wondering, is there going to be a Slay Queen card that's even here? Because next up is the Salamence, and I like Salamence, and you know, maybe this card will grow on me at some point, but for me, it's just not as cool as I feel like it could be. I really feel like it's not. I like it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on the Salamence. It's just Salamence, like the Roaring Moon card in Prismatic, is fucking amazing, and this card is, to me, it's just like, it's okay. So for me, it's like, I can't put it into sure, but I like it more than Lily, probably. Maybe even the Noibat. Yeah, I'll put it above the Noibat in sure, and sorry, in yes. But to me, it's like I feel like they could have done my boy a little bit better. Now we have the gold Iono Bella Bolt card. It doesn't really change the recipe too much. I actually like the original better in this particular case. So, I mean, it's going into sure. And then we have in Zoroark gold card. Supposedly some kind of error with this card in Japanese. Never really saw it. Kind of more the same with the full art as well, which in this case I'd say it's just on par with the other gold in the set. And while we're talking about golds, I'll pull up the gold energy because it's just a gold energy. It just put it into I guess it's irrelevant in what we're doing here. But then we get to the Lycanroc, and I think the Lycanroc is a pretty cool card, you know. I've never been a huge Rockruff Lycanroc fan. I do respect the card. Definitely like it. It's gonna go, I would say I like it more than the Swinub. I do. So next we have In's Reshiram. This is the non-stamped version that's actually in the set. We have the stamped promo that is the box topper, I believe. And this is probably one of the best cards in the set, even as just a regular IR. So slay in, you're popular for a reason. Slay, queen. Just absolutely slay it. So next up we have Iono's Bella Bolt SIR, and as far as trainers and their Pokemon goes, I would say that this one is probably number 2 for me. I want to say I like it more than the other ones, and I will let it slide into the bottom of Slay Queen. Not too much to say outside of Bella Bolt is just like this cute round electric blob, and Iono is just kind of a nice looking character. Next up we have Iono's Kilowattrel, and this is definitely, I want to say, top 3 IR in the set, at least, maybe top 4. I couldn't tell you exactly. My math is not quite mathing, but it's going to the top of yes. That's got to count for something, because this card, I mean, give it the extra pizzazz on the silver border. It probably should have just been the SIR. It is a nice card. It really is. And then for me, I can't believe I'm about to say this, and you know, you guys can clip it, go into Discord, remind me about it every single day, but I'm going to say that Hop's Zacian SIR is actually the best card. It actually is. I do not like Hop. I have never liked Hop, but this like from the trees photo shot of Zacian and Hop it's a pretty top tier art. The lighting, the shadows. I hate to say it, but it's probably the best card in the set. I'm sorry, it is. And I hate Hop. Whale Lord, another dope card. Definitely going into yes. Love Melon's mom. Not literally, but you know, jokingly. Melon's mom. I always, whenever I see a Whale Lord, I say Melon's mom, and that's kind of mean when I think about it, especially blasting it here on the internet. But it's a yes for me. Hop's Wooloo is a card that, like I said, don't really like Hop that much, but damn, they gave him some pretty solid artwork, man. They really did. It's easily going into yes for me as well. Now, Articuno, slay. Just, we don't even need to have a conversation about it. Slay. This card is definitely deserving of that spot. The Articuno, I'm just waiting. We got a Zapdos in 151. We have an Articuno IR here. Where's our Moltres? I'm sure we're going to get one. The Articuno, really dope. Some people might go, it's a little underwhelming because the Glaceon Prismatic SIR has all the ice around it. Now you have an Articuno with all the ice around it, but I would say I like the Articuno much more than the Glaceon. I don't think that's a hot take. And then this little guy, pretty cute, you know, not really my thing per se, but another card that I definitely respect, like top of sure respect. It's cute. And then we finally get to the full art Hop Zacian, which I was really kind of hating on this card when I first saw it, especially because I do not like Hop. But I mean, I'm not going to shit on it that bad. I would say, you know, it's okay. He definitely gets a massive glow up from full art to SIR. And then our last one is the Maractus, which it's a cool card. I've grown up around cactuses my whole life here in Southern California. It ain't all sunshine and rainbows with these fucking things, but I'll put it into sure because, you know, it's not a bad card. But yeah, that's it. We've already done a full tier list on Journey Together's non-regular EX cards, and short but sweet. Happy that it didn't take forever, didn't feel too painful. I was a little conflicted because I do think that some of the IRs are better than some of the SIRs, as you can clearly see in the tier list. But let me know what you think down below. I'm sure there's going to be at least one of you that tells me to never make a tier list ever again. That's just the way the internet works. I will catch you guys later. I'm Limitsbreak. Peace.